Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas with you, visiting with Miss Erica and Miss Susie from the Weaver Child Development Center. You're here today because is there any room? I know there's always a waiting list over there. So why are we talking about this today?
Well, it's registration time or close to it. Actually, our current families, they begin registering on February 1st. So they've already started that process. And then new families, we fill any open spots with our new families starting February 20th. And it's a lottery draw. So any open spots that we have, we randomly pull cards from those people that have already toured, and we fill those open spots. So I encourage you that if you're interested in the school and enrolling for the next school year to please call the school and schedule a tour because that's where we get our new families from.
Okay. Do you cap it at a certain number?
We do. Yes.
So you want to get in there?
Yes. Yeah, we fill up very quickly. Last year all of our programs were full pretty much by end of spring.
Mm-hmm. It's very popular.
Yes, that's what I hear.
Yes. And everyone's really hoping to get in.
Yeah.
Something that you mentioned, Susie, that I think some people may not realize is the faith base of it, that you have some worship time together. Talk a little bit about that. What kinds of things do you share at that?
You know what? I always like to say we're not just a Christian school, but we're a Christ-like school. So it's not just a religious school, but we really practice the love of Jesus. And we want our children to learn about that love of Jesus and how we love one another unconditionally. I share with people, we have people that come from all different churches. We have people that maybe don't attend church regularly. But what I always share with them is who we are and what we do and how we sing about Jesus and learn all about Jesus and his calling on purpose that he has for our lives. And if they want to be part of that, then come on in if we have openings.
Right, exactly. We'll try and save a space for you. Erica, what does that look like in day by day as you're working with little children? How do you work that in, this being Christ-like? How do you work that in when you're working with toddlers?
Well, really we really start that more, I would think, in the threes room. I mean, we do have we sing some Bible stuff with the toddlers, but mainly I would say that the focus of that for us, for Judy and I as teachers, would be in the threes room. And we have a monthly Bible verse that we sing to a song so that the kids learn that, and we read a Bible story every day. And the Bible songs, though, are actually, we pick the ones that we like at the beginning. The first Bible verse is encourage one another and build each other up. And so we'll talk with the kids, we'll sing, learn the song, and we're like, well, what does it mean to encourage someone? That's a big word. What does encourage mean? And it means to do nice things, to people, say nice things. And so in our song it says build each other up, and then the song says don't tear each other down. And so we'll say, okay, well, what does tearing down look like? What do you think that would be? And that would be like, oh, saying mean things. And the kids are giving us all these answers. We're like, yes, exactly. And so it gets to the point where we try to use those songs that we use, and we sort of want them in those little hearts. So you'll hear kids in the room talking to each other like, you're tearing me down. I mean, they take that, and we will say that to them too. Oh, well, when someone takes a toy from you, that sort of tears you down, doesn't it? And they'll be like, yeah. And so then we'll hear them telling each other, you know what I mean? Well, that's tearing me down. Sometimes they say, last night my mom tore me down. She made me go to bed. And we're like, well, that's not really.
That's discipline, yes.
Mom,
Right.
that's a verse that's coming up. Obey your parents in the Lord. This is right.
We'll get there.
So we try to do that, a lot of that. And other things, just treating each other how Jesus would treat each other. He did kind things. And we do a weather chart every day, and only one friend gets to be the weather person. And so when you're three, that's a hard deal to only be the only person to check. So every day before we do it, I'll be like, it's time to pick the weather person. And remember, God wants you to be happy for the person that gets picked, even if it's not you today. He wants us to be happy when good things happen to others.
How do they take that? Does that get through? Because you are talking about an age group that's tough.
Right. At the very beginning, you might have some that will say, oh, no, I want it to be me. And we're like, oh, is that what God wants us to do? And they now, at this point in the year, no one, actually we'll have some kids being like, yay, for whoever it is. Like they'll cheer out loud.
Is that not adorable?
Yeah, it's very cute. And they do get it. I think a lot of times people sell them short, that they can't really learn those things. But that's part of what we do with, like Susie said, packing their bag, you know, just filling that up. So that's sort of what it looks like in the threes room for us anyway.
Well, anybody who's working with that age group, the early childhood, you think of the things that that age group is learning, and learning not to be selfish, that's certainly one of them. Learning to think of other people and to be happy for other people when something nice happens to other people. There's some adults that could still learn that one. So it is very interesting that you're building that in to the curriculum, but also in making it fit to their daily lives. I'm loving hearing some stories about the children. Tell me more about the children.
Well, the children is what makes us happy every day when we walk into school. We love all the different ages of the kids. The children are greeted every day by myself or a teacher when they come in, and they walk into the school ready and excited to learn. And so that's what you see on the faces of these kids is an excitement for learning. They're moving around a lot because we do honor childhood, and children need to be moving. There are no desks in our school. We have tables, and so the children work. It's kind of a center-based learning environment. So yeah, you see happy kids there.
Tell me about the teachers.
The teachers. The teachers are why we have happy children.
Yeah.
And Erica just right now was a good example about of the knowledge that the teachers have at Weaver. They are incredible. The knowledge that they have of child development is what guides their teaching and how they present the content that they're required to present. It's very different. They do it with such an understanding of their developmental ages. So they bring good energy to the school. When I give tours, I have people say, wow, this place just feels good. And so the teachers, we're all friends outside of work, which makes it very nice. We're constantly learning more and more. We're very passionate about what we do, so we're always educating ourselves. One thing I'm kind of excited about is our primary teachers. The early primary teachers are headed off to a training. They're going to be trained in the Orton-Gillingham approach to reading instruction, which is going to be a wonderful addition to our team.
What is that? Tell us.
Well, I'm also attending the training, so I don't know specifically a whole lot about it, but I'm excited to learn. I can tell you it's a multi-sensory approach to reading instruction, all based on solid research. And so because of a fundraiser that we had in the fall, we're able to send our teaching team there.
Oh, awesome.
So I'll be able to share more after I go, too.
Very awesome. Well, I think what you shared was about as much as we could absorb. So I love the idea of a sensory approach to reading. It sounds like because we all learn differently, everybody's got to learn how they learn, and this gives you more opportunities. I love it. You mentioned tours and that those who take them are probably more likely to have a spot once registration happens and you're filling those openings. So how do you arrange for a tour, and what happens on a tour?
We'll call the school office, and I'm going to give you that number right now. It's 330-433-8881. And if you call after hours, just go ahead and leave a message and we'll give you a call back. But give us a call, and then we'll schedule a tour for you to come, and I'll meet you there, and I show you the whole school, and we'll spend most of our time in the program or the classroom that you're most interested in. I give you a packet of information so that you don't have to remember everything I tell you. I have articles that I'll give you about child development, a little bit more about the Reggio-inspired learning environments too.
Is it a good idea to bring the child along, or should this be the parents?
Either way. It's up to the parents. Most people bring their little one with them.
And they get that good vibe as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
That number is 330-433-8881. Then registration, what's the process?
Registration, like I said, when you come on the tour, I'll have you fill out a registration card and leave that with me. If after February 20th, if we have openings and I do pull your card, I'll give you a call, ask if you're still interested in enrolling. And if so, then there's a $150 non-refundable enrollment fee that's paid. You come on in, fill out the rest of the paperwork, and that's about it.
It doesn't sound too tough. So,
it's not.
Okay. All right. And you can help us through and walk us through it and everything.
Sure.
All right.
Yep.
Looking back, you've been there how long, Susie?
I've been at Weaver for about, I want to say, this is my 7th year as principal of the school.
Wow.
And I've taught in all the programs. I was actually a college student doing field experience there too, and a parent. My children are adults, so
You've
went
had
there.
the whole experience.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there 18 years, 20, yeah, a
Looking
long
back,
time.
there's
off
got to
and
be
on.
some highlights that you say, oh, I saw this child just when everything clicked with them or something. Those are the things you really remember when you go into education. Can you share anything of what it's meant to you or some highlight that's really, really made this all worthwhile for you?
I think highlights for me are, one of the highlights for sure is praise and worship time that we have every week. It's hard to hold back tears when the kids are singing praises, and it's just so genuine. And when you see all the children together, we spend a lot of time educating the whole child. So watching children grow, not only academically, but socially and emotionally, children that maybe struggled with anxiety coming into the school at the beginning of the school year now walk in very strong and confident. So I love those moments. I do a coffee chat for moms. I do it weekly, usually for toddlers, depending on our schedule. And then I've been doing a monthly coffee chat. So I love those moments with the parents and guardians for sure. So I love those growth moments as well in their lives as they're, raising their children.
Because there's so much parental involvement with Weaver, do you start to see parents learning how to be better parents as they learn more about their child?
Oh,
There's a whole
absolutely.
discovery on both sides.
It is, absolutely. I always say there's not one book that was written for your child.
Right.
We all wish there was. But there's different topics that we talk about. Right now we're doing a book study on the book Boundaries with Kids. And so that's been really powerful. And I learn right along with them. We have focus on the Bible verse, encourage one another and build each other up. This parenting thing is not easy. So rather than pointing fingers at one another and pointing out what other people do wrong, Weaver is a place where you come and support one another. And it's a kind of a tribe feel so that we can feel like we're all in this together.
That's a good note to end on. Be sure to give them a call, 330-433-8881. Schedule a tour, see what it's all about. Erica Loffman, Susie Maioriello, thank you for all you're doing in our community.
Thank you.